God. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, I made... Yeah, she's freaking out. So I made Taylor watch part of Ichi the Killer. Only like 2 scenes with Kakihara.
That was enough. 2 scenes.
And for those of you who haven't seen it and are really into gore and horror movies, you should check it out.
Or maybe you should see a psychiatrist.
That movie is
Disturbing.
amazing. It's friggin' scary as shit. But anyway, there's like this Asian guy in it, and it's made in like Japan, so it's like in subtitles and stuff, but it's really cool. There's this character called Kakihara, and he has like he's like got blonde hair and it's long and it's slicked to the side, and he's got these cuts, the one that goes across this eye, and then one across his nose, and then another one that goes like this. So he's got this kind of like C thing, like this, cut on his head. And then he's got slits right here, kind of like the Joker. But they didn't heal, so they're open. And then he's got piercings right here to keep his mouth shut, because unless he doesn't have those, his mouth like will be able to gape open like this big.
Oh, God.
And in this one scene, this guy's like, oh, I'm going to beat the crap out of Kakihara. So he like punches Kakihara, and Kakihara's just like noms on his...
He fucking gnaws the guy's hand.
And just... He eats it.
And the guy comes out and he's got... Like,
yeah, it's down to the bone. It's down to the bone. He eats like all this of his hand.
And it's not even like a little thing. It's like for 3 minutes he's just...
And then only because he heard this rumor, he hears a rumor that someone abducted his boss, and most of the movie is him trying to get back his boss of the gang that he works for, and he hears a rumor that this guy wanted to like kidnap his boss. So what he does is he takes meat hooks and he just digs him into the back of like the guy's like of his back and hangs him from like a ceiling. And then when the guy won't tell him what he does, he takes out these little long needle things and he just starts poking him in the cheek with them, like stabbing through and then poking out. And then
it's like a human shish kebab.
No, and then finally he just takes like the hot oil from like when he was frying his shrimp, because you saw him at the beginning of that scene frying shrimp, and he just takes the hot oil and just pours it on his back, and the guy can't do anything because he's chained up. And then at the beginning, it's the coolest thing ever.
I'm trying to get us both in here. You keep moving.
Well, I'm sorry, but anyway.
Jeez.
At the beginning of the movie, like when you first see Kakihara, you see him like just like the back of his head, and you just see like puffs. You see him like hear him light up a cigarette, and then you just see like a puffs of smoke just go, and you're like, oh, that's normally it's just a guy like, puffing a cigarette. But then he turns around and he just goes, and then like out of the holes, the slits,
out of the side of his face,
the slits in his like cheek, the smoke just goes out of his cheeks when his mouth is shut. So he's just like, it was so fucking tight.
Tight would be one way to describe
that movie is insane.
My reaction was like near vomit. I appreciate a solid gory film, but that might have excelled my...
That's my favorite gore film.
Well, that might have excelled my limit on gory. But yes, if you're a Gore fan and you
Ichi the Killer.
Need another way.
Repeat, it's Ichi the Killer. I got it at Best Buy. You can probably buy it if you're underage, because I was able to.
Psychiatric hospital where he purchased it. I really just feel nauseous. I ate way too many peanuts, and now I feel like I can eat peanuts.
You smell like peanuts.
Well, they were honey roasted. They were delicious.
Yeah.
But I feel like they won't be in my stomach for long.
You feel like shitting?
I don't feel like shitting. I feel like vomit. Like after.
Oh, and one more thing.
You keep doing that.
I'm sorry. The opening credit scene to this movie is like amazing, because Eli. Okay, if you're into movies, which I am.
You are.
It deserves to be on me now.
You just did it again.
I know. I just said it deserves to be on me now because you made that comment. Do you want me to bite you like Kakihara? Because I will. But anyway.
Oh, then you wouldn't have anyone. Never mind.
I'll make you watch that entire movie unless you. Yeah, that's right.
I can't get no. Mm-mm.
Okay, if you're not a fan of rape, don't watch it, because at the beginning of when the credits are still rolling at the beginning of the movie, you just see a guy beating the shit out of a hooker and then raping her when the credits are still rolling at the beginning, and then you just see a guy standing outside who later turns out to be Ichi. you see a guy standing outside, like on the porch, just like watching them, like the guy rape her, and then he's like apparently getting off on it, and you just see him kind of go, and then like you just see white goo
I don't get it.
dripping onto a plant, and then it drops onto the floor, and then out of the floor, like where the cum is.
That's what it was.
Where the cum is, the titles rise out, and it just says Ichi the Killer, and I was like, this movie's gonna be insane.
I don't know how you got past that scene and was like, wow, after watching this...
I was watching it with Tyler. Tyler was like, I don't want to watch this. I was like, I do.
After watching this horrible rape scene where there's now cum on the floor and a title coming up from the cum, I want to continue watching this film.
That's how Eli Roth did it. I was watching an interview with him, and Eli Roth was just like, oh my gosh, that's what made him want to watch the movie, was that. And he even liked the movie so much. It's his favorite movie, and it made him like the movie so much that at one of the film festivals he went to, he had his makeup artist dress him up as Kakihara. Like, with the slits in his face and everything. But he did a zombie version, so it was pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about spent.
Dude, that movie is so cool.
I'm glad you got enjoyment out of it. I'm now in fear of my life and my...
And if you're also a fan of horror movies, you should check out Reanimator. Reanimator's not gross or anything. Actually, it is. Oh. It's not as bad as Ichi the Killer, but
I'm just gonna
it's pretty cool. It's about this guy that finds out, like, the cure to, like, death, and he, like, is able to bring things back to life with, like, this green serum he has. And a guy that gets his head chopped off by the guy that creates the serum, he, like, injects himself with it, and so he's just a walking, like, corpse with no head, and he's just carrying his head around. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm glad we documented this.
She's the one that wanted to document it because she was so upset.
I really was. I really honestly feel in the pit of my stomach like vomit brewing. Maybe if I throw up and it spells out my name, you'll want to keep watching. Maybe not.
Ichi means one.
And Taylor means done.
Yeah.
Alright, well, hope you had a happy Mother's Day. I'm certainly glad that neither one of us is a mother yet.
I wouldn't be, even if I had
It's
kids.
possible. I mean, there's a dude that got pregnant not too long ago, right?
Yeah, but wasn't he, like, having a sex change or something like that? I don't know.
Well, maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay, well, happy Mother's Day to your mothers.
And watch Ichi the Killer if you like gore.
Yeah, honestly, I would recommend it if I had a stronger stomach, but...
Okay, if you like Hostel, you'll definitely like Ichi the Killer.
Except it's worse. Ichi the Killer,
definitely.
gory-wise, has a lot more gore.
Eli Roth, the guy I was just talking about, is the one that directed Hostel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Behind on the times. Okay, well...
And he made everyone in the... I'm sorry, but Eli Roth likes the movie so much, he wanted Hostel to be so much like Ichi the Killer, that he made everyone in the cast watch Ichi the Killer, like at this big screening.
Cool.
Yeah, so everyone in that cast had seen Ichi the Killer.
All right.
Which is awesome.
Fabulous. Look, we do look alike. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, our faces, it's...
Maybe if we make the same face. It's still not working.
Just how about we just... I have a wider face than you.
Yeah, well, my face looks tinier because I'm not as close. Well, my face is so much tinier. Okay, I'm ending this. This is getting bad.
My face
Toodles.
is big. Hey! Watch Ichi the Killer. This is 10 minutes long.